Hi, it's James here from the Sprinkled Donut Forge in Moscow, Texas, and I have finished the work on the coil spring pirate cutlass. I went ahead and opted to coat it with gun bluing. It's not real shiny right now, but I imagine most pirate swords were not shiny. They probably looked like they'd had a bad life in a mechanical blender, but this will protect the metal, make it look a little more authentic. And I am going to apply a coat of boiled linseed oil to it to really protect it from rust. And you see how I had to shape, you can still see my silver Sharpie on there. I had to shape the handle to fit through the guard and to fit through the red oak handle portion I made, and I had to shape the pommel end to fit the little skull pommel I was requested to make, and I'm going to show you those pieces now. He looks happy. You can see all the hammer peening work. I think that looks a lot better than grinder marks. I'm no skull master. It looks like something out of an Aztec drawing, but I made a hole in it. It's got a nice heft to it. It's the end of a failed Warpick attempt. Some adult beverages were probably involved with the failure of this. It's not broken, but it's too thin for my liking, so I forged the end while I had something to hold on to, and made this little pommel, which fits nicely onto the end of the blade. And out of a lawnmower blade, don't hate on me, yes, I forged a lawnmower blade, I made this guard. And I made a punch to punch those holes out because, believe it or not, this particular MTD brand lawnmower blade is extremely hardenable, and it got extremely hard. So I had to heat it up and hot punch these slots with a poor little cold chisel that I sliced off to fit, because it just happened to be the right size for the tang. And I took a nice piece of store-bought straight grain red oak dowel and shaped this handle. If you'll notice the curvatures that I did on my little homeowner fright belt grinder, it fits pretty nicely in this guard. You can always take more material off, but it's hard to put it back, so I got it to where it fits fairly snugly in this guard. I'm not going to put any kind of finish on this because the gentleman who's getting it is going to be putting leather on it, and if I know anything about glues or adhesives, they don't like to stick to a finish or any kind of oil. So I'm going to keep this thing dry and clean and mildly rough. So let me see if I can wrestle this thing on here, just so you can get an idea what it's going to look like. And of course I have to do a little more sanding to this portion, but I'm going to epoxy this handle in place. See how that doesn't quite go down? You can see the area where I have to shape it to fit. But I'm not going to try pounding it on because it will probably be irremovable. But all together, it's very comfortable. And I think it's going to be attractive when the customer puts his treatment on it. It really feels good in the hand, and I'm proud of it. It's got the right amount of flex. I did not video the heat treat, but it went absolutely perfectly. And I've got it to a sharp enough edge to where you can cut pretty much anything you want to with it, but it will not shave. I wasn't going for a shaving edge because I doubt a lot of actual pirates used it to shave with. Most of them had illustrious beards. So there's where I'm at with this. I'm going to epoxy it together, and I'm going to shape the little pommel to fit, and then I am going to drill and hammer a rivet into that so it will be irremovable. And of course all of this will look a lot nicer with a coat of linseed oil on it. I'll make sure to keep it off of the handle. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making this fine and usable piece of equipment. And until next time, bye.